Hello, welcome to a nondescript street in Midtown. I'm not here for any cool trends thing, but rather because near here is where I'm going to start the Honest Transit 2,000 subscriber special, which will be a transit challenge. So yeah, it's crazy that I've hit 2,000 subscribers, but it's a subscriber milestone. That means a special. So I'll now cut to the rules segment I filmed last night, and I'll see you where I'm going to actually start the challenge. Hello, and welcome to the fun little rules part of the challenge. I'm actually filming this after I did the challenge, just because in the original clip I was very unclear on the rules. So, you guys voted on my community page for a transit challenge, and while I have done one before, which was a terrible video from 2 years ago that I may well take down, this one is a bit more fun. Basically, my goal is to ride every mode of transit in New York City, but I have to complete a challenge to tick off each mode. So, all the rules are completely arbitrary and made up to make it fun and challenging, but still possible. So here they are. First off, I can only be on a mode for a maximum of 30 minutes at a time. If a challenge forces me to be on a mode for more than 30 to 80 minutes, I fail. However, I can switch modes as often as I want. That being said, there are curses. One of them that could draw is that I can't switch modes. And if I get a curse, that means that I must complete the curse to tick off that mode. But I don't have to like re-spin the wheel if I ride that mode again. I just have to complete that curse, and then the mode will be retroactively ticked off. I can start anywhere, and I have unlimited walking time, but just to make it not completely crazy, I can only bike for 20 minutes at a time. The modes I'm doing are subway, pass, local bus, express bus, non-MTA bus, so RIOX, the B110, Downtown Connection, New York Water, Wish Shuttles, Beeline, or something else, a ferry, commute derails, Metro North, LL, or NGT, not all three. Light rail, which will be the Hudsonburg light rail or the Newark light rail, and City Bike with the noted biking limit. So here is a screenshot of the rules, and pause if you want to read more. I'll see you wherever I decided to start the challenge. Hello. So as you can see by that sign and by that sign, I'm at 57.7. Which sort of seems like a weird station to start at, and it is, but bear with me. The reason I'm starting here is because right here, in theory, is the best place to start, because I don't want to be right in Midtown, because any challenge that's not just like an instant done will push me out of Midtown, which I don't want, but starting too far away from Midtown will either keep me out or push me all the way in. So this gives me the best chance of going where I want to go. Also, I think local trains will be key, so if there's an N and R soon, I'll get one, not the Q. Because local trains on short distances will be key. So, I'm going to tap in, go down to the platform, get on that train, and then we'll spin the wheel for the first time. Alright, and here comes our N train. I think the N also has a special hack because it runs local for part of the Broadway Red Line, but then goes express. So the N train is probably our best shot to start, because it should allow me to survive the subway mode, which is a good mode to tick off first. So I'm going to board, and then here's the voiceover clip of me spinning the wheel. Alright, so I spun the wheels for the first time, and this result caused me to get off at the very next stop, 49th Street, transfer to another vehicle, the R train of the same mode, the subway, and take it those 5 stops down to Union Square. So, I'll see you at Union Square. Alrighty, Union Square, R train, Union Square, check. We have checked off the subway. So the reason I came here, I mentioned there's no other transit thing. This is not as big of a transit hub as something like anything in Midtown, really. However, the M14 is a really good bus route and also a really versatile bus route. So I'm going to get a westbound bus with in theory, I'm going in the direction of either LR, NJT, ferry, path, and therefore the Hudsonburg light rail. But considering I've checked off almost nothing yet, this really will depend on what challenge I get. So I'm gonna go and get to the stop, get on the 14. I think I'll get 14D, and I'll see you there. Alrighty, so here I was talking extensively about my genius plan to take Path to Jersey and take off so many modes so fast, which then almost instantly got foiled when I rolled a curse, specifically the curse that said my next mode could not be on rails. So I decided to do my backup plan, which was to get it off on 9th Ave and get on a City bike, which was still another mode to tick off. So I'll see you at 9th Ave now. Hello, this is my bike. I have my helmet. I'm gonna unlock it in just 1 second, but first, let's spin the wheel once again. I hope this isn't like a really transit-based thing, because if it is, then I'll have to either respin or not tick off bike just yet, which would be very annoying. So let's spin the wheel, and then I'll start biking. 2 curses in a row, but that means I've ticked off the mode of biking. Okay, I'm wrong here. So I've ticked off bus because I've done that curse, but the curse were for the next hour. I can't check my phone for transit predictions and like live tracking and all that. Once that hour is up, I will have then retroactively ticked off bike. So bus tick, bike not yet. And I won't be able to check my phone for predictions, which will probably be an issue in Jersey, but it's 1:45 now. When it hits 2:45, I can check my phone for predictions again. Yeah, I mean, I can unlock the bike, of course, but I can't check ferry schedules, which will probably be annoying, because I think the ferry's every 20 minutes, although it is a weekday, so I can take the one that's more frequent. I used to be a massive ferry phone. I'm much less of that now. So let's bike down to Brookfield Place, and I'll see you there. Hello, I docked my bike. I did see a downtown connection bus. My hair looks weird. I saw a downtown connection bus, but I can't use the phone to check for predictions. And that bus can come every 2 minutes or every third minute. It's very weird. However, it's 1:59 now. There's a boat at 2:07 to Paul's Hook, which is my best bet. There's a ferry to Staten Island boarding now, but Paul's Hook is definitely my best bet, because that gets me to Jersey, and then I can easily tick off and get back. Staten Island could be good if I could guarantee that there's an S89 coming, but I can't check my phone for predictions, and I don't think that starts running until about 4. So I'm going to buy a ticket and hop on that boat. So I boarded the boat. I forgot until I was boarding that it was the Goldman Sachs boat, so it had like all the couches and bar stools and all that, because this boat is run by Goldman Sachs, or they're owned by Goldman Sachs, but open to the public. I then spun the spinner and got the Staten Island curse, so I have to go to Staten Island at some point to take off ferry. So yeah, that was so fun. But yeah, I'll see you in Jersey for now, and then we'll have to try and find a way to get to Staten Island. Alright, I'm not sure how much ranting I put in, but I'm at a coffee shop on near Essex Street Station now. I'm walking to Essex, because in theory, that gives me a 5-stop buffer to get to Hoboken. What I really hope is that I don't get cursed again, or that I have to not go to Hoboken or Newport, frankly. But in theory, that gives you the best chance of getting out of Jersey, getting back to Manhattan as fast as possible. But first, let's get to food. So I walked to Essex Street, which, by the way, is a really cool station. It has like the skyline view, and it has the little street running portion. It's very fun. And then I bought my ticket, hopped on the train, spun the wheel, and it was probably the best challenge I could have asked for. All I had to do was give a 5-word review of this transit mode. So I did that. Here's my exquisite 5-word review of the Hudson Bergen Light Rail. That's the best possible thing I could hope for, because it means I can get off at Exchange Place and get on Path. So, 5-word review of why this mode is good or bad. Good for connections, but unreliable. If you want more details on that, I made a video on this like last year. Watch that, or I could write a description in the comments or something. I don't know, but I'm just very glad that we can get off at Exchange and go get on Path. So, light rail tick. Ferry again is not ticked off yet, because we still have the Staten Island curse, but this means we can instantly go to Lower Manhattan. So let's go get on Path. So I went down to the Exchange Place Path station. I filmed the train as it arrived, and then I spun the wheel, and the challenge I got was to take a foam shot, which is the best challenge to get on Path. But I'd already done that as the train was coming in, so Path has been ticked off. See you at World Trade Center. So I'm at World Trade, but Path really hates me. So here's a halfway decent phone shot because we can't go up the platform. So now Path has been ticked off, as well as the light rail. So we only have 4 modes left: ferry, which we of course haven't done yet, express bus, private bus, and commuter rail. So there are 2 possible routes we could do here. First one, take the downtown connection. Second one is take the express bus. Ow! But I can actually check my phone for predictions now. So this means that it had been an hour since I'd done the bike course, which means retroactively I've now kicked off the mode of biking. So let's do that and then decide. Also, wow, Oculus, cool. Alright, so I ran from World Trade Center to Broadway, and I got on the Sim 1C down to Staten Island, and I spun the wheel, and I had to get it at the first stop that I'm allowed to get it off at is the first stop on Staten Island, and go to the nearest park and film it. I don't know exactly why I chose that challenge, but it did. The other thing is, this is an express bus. Staten Island is a fair bit away. Can I get to Staten Island within 30 minutes, or will I fail the challenge right here? I honestly was not sure. The Transat said 23 minutes, but there was traffic, but we took the HOV lane, but not for the whole route. Will I do it, or will I fail the challenge now? Okay, we're off at the first stop in Staten Island. We have not ticked off Express Bus because we haven't gone to the nearest park and filmed it. But Sim 1C, we have cleared the Staten Island curve. And therefore, we've retroactively ticked off ferry. What? Okay, it took 27 minutes and 26 seconds. Meaning I was about 3 minutes off failing the challenge there. So that's crazy. As for the nearest park, I do need to check on Google Maps, but I think the closest park is actually Fort Wadsworth, which would be very cool to go film. So let me check that, and I'll see you walking to the nearest park. Okay, update. The closest park is actually John E. White Park. This is listed on a park, listed on Google Maps as a park. It's just a playground with water fountains and the New York City flag and the U.S. flag and the New York City Parks flag and whatever that black flag is. I guess here, want a water fountain review? It's off because it is winter. Yeah, there's a playground. The theory here would be that I'd be like close to a cool park, and Fort Wadsworth is cool. But if this is the park I'm filming, well, there's a hill. There's a playground. What? I feel like this challenge I should have thought through better, because I don't think anyone is gonna be interested in a playground on Staten Island. But if you are, I mean, it's a playground on Staten Island. So with that ringing endorsement of the park that exists and is a playground on Staten Island, I have officially ticked off the express bus mode. I did actually end up walking over to Fort Wadsworth. It looked somewhat interesting. It looked vaguely like Governor's Island in some sense. If you know cool things at Fort Wadsworth, let me know. I may come back here. It did look interesting. I then got on the S51 bus up to St. George, which was an uneventful ride. Just barely missed the Staten Island ferry, so I took the next New York City ferry up to Brookfield Place. I'll see you there now, where hopefully it won't take too long to tick off the last 2 modes. Hello, welcome to Murray and North End Ave. I got the ferry down there. The downtown connection, which is what I'm riding now because it's a private bus, used to stop down there. Doesn't end anymore. It's now Murray and North End. This is a little mini bus shuttle run by the Downtown Alliance. I think it's the only scheduled minibus service in Manhattan, but could be wrong on that. And I would take it down towards South Ferry, Bowling Green, but it's a long wait for that, and there should be a bus heading up now. Which and then I can take it to the City Hall Loop and get it off there. So I'll see you on the bus, where we'll spin the wheel one more time. Okay, also from here on out, it's gonna be nighttime. Sorry for the terrible video quality at times. Anyway, I got on the minibus, I spun the wheel, and then I got off the minibus on Murray and Broadway, because the cool historical thing within walking distance of this mode is a very cool thing, and it is technically within walking distance of the downtown connection. I don't know why you take it here, but the City Hall Loop. It's the loop that 6 trains use to turn around. So, very cool. Here's the clip that I took from the train. If you want to explore this, you just take any downtown 6 train past the last stop, they'll say like last stop, get off, but really it's allowed. Make sure you're not doing it on a day where 6 trains run express, because then of course they won't go around the loop, but any other day it is allowed. They generally are completely fine with it. Sometimes they'll be a bit annoying, but usually they're fine. Don't try this at Bowling Green. I've heard they really don't like it there. But yeah, the Cerdeira loop is very cool and very fun, and you should go ride it. That being said, I would not recommend arriving via the downtown connection, but since I did, private bus tick. I'll see you up at Grand Central, where we'll hopefully finish this absolutely insane challenge. We are in the main hall. It's packed because there are like 3 different Super Express trains leaving soon. So let's spin the wheel. So I spun the wheel, which, by the way, had a little glitch. Like, it was showing the other options that I'd already done, even though I'd pressed remove, although I didn't spin to get one of those. I rather spun to get that I had to cross a river by transit. So I was thinking, alright, cross river, don't want one to go far. I can go to GCM and get an LRR train to Woodside. And then I remembered, oh crap, it's peak now. I have to take a Port Washington train. Every other train will run express to Jamaica. And there's a Port Washington train leaving in 3 minutes. So I had to run all the way down to GCM, like speed run buying a ticket, run all the way down to track 303 and get on that Port Washington train and take it to Woodside. And I made it on. So I crossed the East River on commuter rail, taking off commuter rail, and finishing the challenge. So yeah, that was my 2,000 subscriber special. As you enjoy these Sun 95 yard FOMO shots from the 7 train back, which I had to take because it was a 20-minute wait for an LRR train to Penn Station. Just a couple fine words. First off, thank you so much for watching, for supporting my channel, for all your comments. It means so much to me, and the fact that I have 2,000 people that care enough to subscribe is just surreal. So yeah, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week with a more normal style video. Bye-bye!